What's up, guys? Hookahmastermike here, and I'm in Vegas, staying at the Vdara. It's 5 stars, super nice. Uh, yeah, it's nice, and I'm chilling with Hookahmaster Frank, the best.
What's up, Mike?
How's it going, man?
Good.
You know, just like we said, chilling. We had a little vacation. We go back home tomorrow. I got work. He's at work. We're just chilling. Like I said before, and we're just gonna do a little review about ourselves, about Frank, about me, Hookah Master, how everything got started. Here you go, man. And a little about me. I'm very young. I'm 20 years old, about to be 20 years old. I got into hookah with my stepdad. My stepdad's from Jordan, so he's Middle Eastern, and he would always have his friends over. They play backgammon and all that. So I was like, "Hey, Dad, what's this?" And he was like, "Oh, wait a little bit, And then I got older, and finally I started smoking, and then I finally got into the hookah industry. I work at a lounge now. I'm actually a manager out in Riverside, California, at Desert Nights, and I love it. It's awesome. It's the best job I can have, and hopefully I pursue with it and get bigger. But with you, Frank, how did you get into hookah and all that?
I started smoking hookah 8 years ago. It's been smoking over 8 years now. Smoke every day. I don't find it addicting, but I enjoy hookah, especially after work. I'm not one to smoke during the day, but after a long day at work, I like to enjoy hookah, and even on my days off, I enjoy hookah. And I actually started I didn't know what hookah was back in the day, and remember the first experience I had, which was an interesting experience to say the least. We had a get together at one of my houses I was in, and my friend Candace, she was like, "Can I bring my hookah over?" And I was like, "What's a hookah?" And this was over 8 years ago. And we were smoking, having a good time. It tasted good, and then all of a sudden the coal dropped, which happens quite often if you smoke inside. And I got pissed. But I was like, it's whatevs. And then I just started going out to hookah bars. We lived near a strip club that served hookah, so we would go there quite frequently. Not really for the hookah so much, but the hookah was enjoyable and added the ambience of course, the strip club. And I actually purchased my first hookah from that strip club. It was a pumpkin, light up pumpkin. I paid $40 for it.
Nice.
So, Mike, how'd you get started in hookah?
Like I said, my stepdad, he's from Jordan, Middle Eastern, and he'd always smoke. He'd have his friends over, play backgammon and all that. And then it was probably like 17 and a half. I used to go to the lounge that I work at now, and it was my good friend. He used to work there, and he was like, "Hey, let's go smoke." And then my dad never let me smoke, so I was like, "All right, let's go." And then I smoked. I remember I got pink lemonade. I think it was like Fantasia, some nasty brand, and I got sick from it. And I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to smoke." And then my dad was like, I told my dad about it. He was mad, but he was like, "You know what? Let's smoke some good hookah." So I was like, "Okay, good hookah. Like I'm down." So then he was like, "Here," and he packed a bowl, and I was like, "Okay." And it was Alfucker double apple. And I was like, okay. And all you guys know, you probably like it or you hate it. It has that black licorice taste and all that. So I was like, okay, this is okay. And after that, bam, I bought my own hookah. Spent like $40 on it. Maybe it was a little too hose. And then I just went on from there. And now I probably own like 8 hookahs, and I love it. I work at a lounge. I like to help people out, and I like to smoke. It's relaxing. Come back from work. You're chilling, pop open a beer, set a hookah up, and bam, it's good. But yeah, man, that's gonna be pretty much it. But so I don't know.
Let's talk about vape for a second. Vape started about 3.5 years ago. I remember going to conventions, and the big thing back then was obviously spice and bath salts, which are illegal now. But vape was slowly progressing, and all of a sudden now,
It's huge.
go to conventions, and every other booth is like a vape booth. I mean,
It's huge.
it's congrats to them, the people that developed the e-cigarettes in China, and people that developed the vape flavors. There's so many different combinations of the vape. I, for one, am not a big fan because obviously I enjoy to smoke a hookah. And I just want to say, it seems like a lot of people are jumping ship over to vape, but stay true to hookah. I mean, we've all been
Definitely.
smoking hookahs for umpteen years now, and just because there's this new fad on the market, don't be like so quick to switch over. I
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
they target it as a way to quit smoking, but then again, there's nicotine in some of the e-cigarette flavorings, up to I think 24 milligrams or 36 milligrams even I've seen. But like essentially, the way I look at it is like you're quitting analog cigarettes, but at the same time, you're still got that nicotine going in, so obviously you're still going to be addicted. Obviously, the thing that people want are trying to do, the thing that they push for you to do, is to gradually step down into something like zero. So obviously you're not getting any of that nicotine, which is a good idea. But I think vaping in general seems to be like people are trying to replace it like a hookah, and there's companies out there that say e-hookah, hookah vapes, creating the fruity flavorings that we all associate with a hookah instead of the standard cigarette or cigar type flavorings. But I'm not trying to bash the vape industry. I'm just not a big fan. But I mean, it's good they're successful in it. But you hookah smokers out there, stay true to the hookah. I mean, it's going to be around. It's been around for hundreds of years now, and it's going to continue to get more innovative from what we've seen.
Yeah. I have another question, Frank. What's your opinion on glass hookahs?
I like glass hookahs, but being a daily smoker like myself, I'm more of a traditional hookah smoker, and I never have big success with glass hookahs. I either don't use them and sell them, or they get broken. Obviously, glass is very fragile, and like Mike said, when you're enjoying hookah and drinking, sometimes you drink a little too much, and stuff happens,
Yep.
especially with like regular bowls as well.
Yep.
Or you leave your hookah on the ground, and your dog might knock it over, which happened to me with my Roy. But I mean, glass hookahs are nice. I see them evolving. I'm not a big fan of some of the innovation involved with them trying to recreate like a NHT type devices with the honeycomb like screen filters and stuff, and the double filtration and whatnot. Because I mean, you don't. All you're doing is weakening the flavor if you filter it twice. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. In my opinion, with glass hookahs, I absolutely love them. I purchased a Lavu MP5 off a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. I want to say maybe a month ago, and I absolutely love it. I smoke out of it every day, pretty much. It's not every day, almost. I get home sometimes at 3, and I just have my KM or whatever. I take it everywhere. I take it here to Vegas, and it's the best. It's so smooth. If you guys are don't, if you're like okay, I was hesitated about getting it for about a year, and I finally had the balls to get it, and it's definitely worth the money. It could be a little pricey, like 200, 300, maybe even 4, but it's definitely worth the money. And like Frank said before, they're very fragile, so take good care of it. And actually, it's pretty strong because my dumbass hit the bowl on the sink, and it was so good. And yeah, it's so good. But yeah, like I said, if you want to try it, get into it, definitely worth the money. Any more questions?
they're durable to an extent, as he said. Like just yesterday, I mean, this morning actually, cleaning the hookah, the MP5, and we had a art glass tray on it, and the art
You
glass
almost
tray,
broke
like,
it.
I almost broke my art glass tray. It rolled off the hookah, and luckily it didn't break, so it's pretty durable. But I mean, I wouldn't recommend trying to do that. I just didn't realize like how close to the lip of the bowl that that it would when I pull the bowl off. If I wasn't careful, the art hookah glass tray would roll off like it did. But luckily, I mean, it didn't break. But Mike, I got another question for
All
you.
right.
We've all smoked hookah and we've all smoked many different flavors. What are some of your favorite flavors?
Oh, some of my favorite. Oh, this is be kind of hard. Um, take that back. Make it a little bit easier.
What
How
are
do you
what
mean
are
like
some
brands?
brands? What are some
Brands?
brands you
Okay.
like to smoke,
Um,
and why?
okay, why? Obviously I first started off with Starbucks because Starbucks is pretty big. It's pretty much everywhere you go, smoke shop, lounge, everywhere you name it, it'll be there. So I started with Starbucks, a lot of the fruity flavors, and then their new stuff came out. It was like fruity stuff. I smoked that, and then I got into Winter Fresh. I liked it, and then White Mint came out, Simply Mint came out, so I was stuck on that. And then I kind of moved away from it for a little bit. I picked up AF Mint because I'm a huge mint fan. That's all I smoke now. And then I went to Nakla Mint, and then I recently got into Tangiers, and I constantly smoke K Mint on the daily. I go to other flavors like orange soda and Mimon, and what else? There's a bunch. Always smoking the Nor line. The F line, I'm not a huge fan of because it has nicotine in it, and it gives me energy, so I can't sleep. Like when I went to Champs.
The F line actually has caffeine in it. Obviously, Tangiers has nicotine in it,
Yeah.
but the F line has caffeine in it, so
Mhm.
obviously you're gonna be amped up.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you value your sleep, obviously there's a good saying out there I
Mhm.
use from time to time. You can sleep when you're dead, which occurs. Well, I mean, it obviously like relates to the conventions and even like just hanging out here. Like it's a staycation for me because I live here.
Mhm.
But Kansas fan, they choked last night, but they'll pick it up. But obviously, back to what he was saying, it's got the caffeine in it.
Yep. But yeah, like I was saying before, like I went to Champs, I smoked. So I got off work like at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I decided I couldn't sleep, so it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was gonna be like, I'm gonna make a hookah. I put in some F line orange soda, and literally I smoked it, and I looked at the clock, and it was like 7 o'clock. Had to get on my way to Vegas. But yeah, I guess like me and Frank said before, it does have caffeine in it, so it will give you that energy. So if you don't want the energy, don't smoke it. That's just period. All right. Any more questions? Or?
And to expand on what he was saying about brands and favorite flavors, I've been smoking Tangiers for so long. Like, I remember back when I started smoking Tangiers, it literally took me about a good 6 months to get a bowl packing method down because back in the day, there weren't any videos out how to pack a Tangiers bowl. There weren't any coconut coals out. I remember waiting 6 hours for coconaras when they first came out. But I mean, Tangiers, I love it. I enjoy it. I'm like the high nicotine that it brings. Cane mint is one of my favorite flavors.
It is good. Smooth.
My top 3 Tangiers are definitely Cane mint, Static Starlight, and Indian Summer. I also like other brands as well. I mean, I smoke everything. I support everybody.
Yeah.
Haze Tobacco, obviously, if you've seen my previous videos, I've done a lot of videos for them, and I really enjoy their products. Like I've said, some of my favorite Haze flavors are Double Bubble, Chocolate Ice, Sub Zero. I mean, it's a good brand if you like more of like a
like a fruit. They have a lot of like, good fruit.
It's
flavors.
a nice fruit. Their double apple, twice the apple is an excellent apple. If you aren't a big fan of the anise, that some of the other brands have a heavier anise presence than twice the apple. But yeah, Haze is good. Starbuzz, I enjoy smoking Starbuzz. I'm not really big Starbuzz smoker because I mean back when I first started, I got my Blue Mist fix and it was good, but I mean, I chase the heavier tobaccos, and it's a lighter tobacco, just as Haze is. But definitely, if you want to try a new Starbucks flavor that I'd recommend, and I'm going to be bringing you a video soon on it, hopefully, is the Black Peach by Starbucks. It's
really
an excellent flavor. It's probably one of my favorite Starbucks flavors. And if you want to try something unique that I'm also a fan of, give Lebanese Bombshell a try.
Kicking it back.
So, Mike, you got any other questions, or you want to add anything to this video?
That's pretty much it. Anything that you want to say?
What about lounges, Mike? You've been to a couple lounges out here.
Yes.
How do they differ to the lounges back where you're from in Riverside?
It's definitely different. In Riverside alone, around my lounge, I have like Desert Nights, I have Starbuzz, I have Sultans, I have iHookah, and then that's just right there. It's maybe all within like 10 minutes from each other. And then Orange County and all that's a different story. I don't really go out to OC because there's no point. But it's definitely different. Like in Riverside, there's no bar. Like you go in and they don't seat you. You just go up there. Oh, I want such and such. I want Starbucks, blah blah blah, and you get it and we bring it out to you. Here, like my favorite lounge in Vegas is gonna be Luna Lounge. I love that place. I always like going there. They also have haze, and unfortunately in Riverside they don't really have it. I'm trying to talk to them to get it in my lounge because I like it. I didn't say it before. I do smoke it, but I didn't say I did because it didn't come to my head until now. But yeah, in Vegas, it's the atmosphere is a lot different because you got the strip, you got casinos, you got everything, But I checked out Hookah Master Lounge today. It was the first time, and I've been coming here. It's my 5th trip here, and I finally got a chance to go there. It's nice. It's a great lounge. So if you're in Vegas, highly suggest you check it out. But yeah. Any more questions?
Yeah, and to expand on the lounge aspect, I'm a big fan of Luna Lounge as well. It's awesome. A very nice high-end hookah lounge, high class, excellent decor.
Excellent service.
Very, very nice, very good service. It's probably my favorite hookah lounge out here. Obviously, I live here. I'm I guess a hookah master now. So, I mean, I'm Hookahfrank. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I pack good bowls, so I don't really have the time with work to go out to lounges. Obviously, I'd like it if I had the time or if I was working in this industry, but at the present time, I'm not. So, I don't really go to lounges much, but some of my favorite lounges out here, if you live here or planning to visit Las Vegas, as I said, Luna Lounge, Hookah Masters Lounge,
Hookah Master Lounge is great,
and Cloud9.
Cloud9 is awesome. We went there last night. It was awesome, great service, great tobacco, great choices also. They have haze. I think they have Starbuzz, AF, I think 421, I think.
Yeah.
And
well,
so, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, there's over 30 hookah lounges out here now, and I hope to visit each one, and obviously you all watch my videos, so I like to do reviews, and I'm planning on reviewing some of the hookah lounges here to come in next couple months. But it's been Hookahfrank and Hookahmastermike with a little insight into a little bit about us video, and we hope you enjoy it.
Hopefully.
Comment and subscribe, and check out our channels. The link to Hookahmastermike's channel will be in the description of this video. And until next time, guys, smoke often, have fun, and enjoy.
See ya.